Hello, my name is Mary Jo, and I am the HIPAA Compliance Officer for Spring Hill Medical Center. Part of my responsibility is to monitor hospital compliance along with guidance and awareness to our hospital staff for patient privacy. On a typical day, I normally have to do random patient audits, along with education is a key component when it comes to awareness, as employees tend to get wrapped up in their daily responsibilities. It's important keeping that sense of awareness as part of patient privacy and confidentiality. One of my responsibilities is providing education to our patients and also to our employees and staff. I do have conversations and have lectures each month where I elaborate and educate new employees as they come on to our organization. It's important that we're keeping compliance and confidentiality at the forefront of patient care. Also, I come in and do audit reports. I may select a patient that's random that has been seen in our organization. And I have to assure that every individual, no matter if they are a physician, to radiologist, to a lab tech, to even someone in the business office, has a clinical or business need to be in that record. That is, again, part of our responsibility for the Office of Civil Rights. And they may come in at any point of time and request an audit. And so it's very important that we are showing our due diligence when it comes to making sure patient privacy is at the forefront of this organization. If I were to find an inappropriate access that could be questionable by one of our employees or team members of this organization, it is my duty to get to the bottom of that questionable access. It is my duty to be the advocate of the patient. It is my duty also to be the advocate of this organization. And so part of my investigation would occur when having conversations with staff members if there were a questionable, inappropriate access to a patient's record. I usually work Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. And my stress level can be pretty moderate. What I would recommend if you are interested in getting into this line of work, into a medical type of organization, is that a college degree is most preferred. An associate degree can get you into the organization maybe at an entry level, but using a 4-year college degree in health information management is key. Along with your basic knowledge of release of information guidelines, each organization should have that, as well as the guidelines that are set forward with the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act of 1996, which at this point has grown vastly. So this is a position that is constantly evolving and growing within any type of organization, as well as keeping staff up to date on those new guidelines and laws and rules that come out. After being in the position for more than 2 years, there is a certification that an individual can take. It allows that person to be certified in the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. I would have to say that the best part of my job is working as a team. This is an individual type position, but at the same time in the department that you would work in, health information management at some type of organization, it's crucial to have that second eye to any type of documentation, to any type of approach, to any type of follow-through. And it's also important to work in a team type atmosphere. It gives that individual a sense of community in the work environment, that they're not totally alone, even though that this position ultimately is you're by yourself. As far as a worst, I would have to say having that stigma of walking down a hallway and having individuals look at you in a different way just because you're the HIPAA compliance officer. They immediately hush their conversations. They immediately are sometimes fearful of me because of what I might say back to them if they are having an inappropriate conversation. Now, granted, it's good to remind these individuals of the conversations that they're having and where they're having them, because that's part of patient confidentiality and privacy. But at the same time, it's a little unnerving to walk down the hall and people immediately hush and look at me differently. One thing that you do need to be ready for if you do accept a position such as the HIPAA Privacy and Compliance Officer is that you will do an extreme amount of reading of federal guidelines. And they're not the most exciting things to read. The print is small, it gets very tedious, it gets a little bit boring, and you have to be a self-starter and a self-motivator in order to be successful in this position. So ultimately, be organized, be honest, work with your communication skills, work on your wording as far as documentation, because writing skills are also crucial in this position. It's important that you be true to this organization, being an advocate to the organization that you're working, and look at any type of investigation as an outsider. So therefore, if you're working on a particular task, you have to look at it from an outsider looking in, not just your own perception. The best advice that I could give if anyone is looking to be in this type of position is that ultimately you need to be organized. That is a key focus. Get involved in an organization or in a community that's of the healthcare motif. Get involved so even if you work in a physician office part-time, you are working to become a compliance officer. Be savvy in technology. Learn how to do PowerPoint presentations. Learn how to do spreadsheets, because you will have to give presentations on a quarterly basis. Work on your communication skills. Work on your writing skills, because again, it is important that you are being the advocate for the organization, you're being the advocate for the patient, and you're being the advocate for whomever that the topic might involve.